Kunping 20, as the cost-effective volume king of Tongzhijia, has evolved a new generation. Directly turned on the mode of crazy stacking. Double-cut trigger, triggers and vibration barrier rods are all arranged in place. And the price is still familiar. 199. The one-word summary of the appearance is white, in addition to the 10 lights of the logo at the top. I can't find the slightest bells and whistles, which can be called a representative of minimalism. Even the matching 2.4G receiver and wireless charging base are simple white. However, the base is not packaged and needs to be purchased separately for 60 yuan. The receiver can be perfectly embedded into the bottom support, put down the broken chain for charging, pick up the automatic connection joystick and upgrade it to the TM2 joystick with damping adjustment. Support 30 to 90 GR infinitely adjustable, left rotation loosening and right rotation tightening. The damping ring is not slippery, and the hand is very good. Twist the rocker. It feels very silky and rotates to the very edge. I found that the stick had no contact with the edge of the damping ring at all. It applies to Beitong's patent. Zero contact anti-wear structure. This is completely absent-minded. At the same time, the shape of the outer ring of the rocker is not affected by the adjustment of the damping ring. This really avoids a lot of unnecessary trouble. The back has a mode adjustment switch similar to before. Wireless charging contacts. There are also 2 expansion buttons. The shoulder keys and triggers are also non-slip. The pattern trigger has been upgraded to a double-cut trigger. Trigger vibration is also added. Should I say it or not? Just for these 2 points, the cost performance of Kunping 20 has swelled to the point where it can't be held back. The handle weighs 234.5 G, which is relatively lightweight. Handle. The 9-bed unfavorable ABS-Y action button adopts a micromotion scheme. The press feels very chewy. The official delay data is about 2.5 milliseconds. The omnidirectional cross button still continues the previous generation of tactile switches. The ancestral secret recipe commissioned with conductive glue and wire is very crisp. The other functional buttons on the front are made of conductive glue. Pressing is relatively silent. The shoulder buttons are still a light touch switch solution, and the feel is soft. The voice is not loud either. The feel of the class has improved a lot compared to the previous generation. It is mainly upgraded to a double-cut long key travel, which is very silky. There is no noise during the pressing process. The micromotion scheme used in the short key travel triggers quickly and feels very good. It feels like silicone pads should also be added inside to increase the feel. Now hold 2 motors plus 2 of the plane. The intelligent start-stop motor provides vibration feedback. The vibration scheme can be adjusted in the arcade or wild or delicate. Can be set freely. As for the 2 large back buttons on the back, it inherits the feel of the first generation. Personally, I feel that it is still a bit hard, but the advantage is that it is not easy to touch the button by mistake. The details of the tuning of the feel are well handled. In conclusion, in a word, this operation is as stable as an old dog. There is no string key connection in the tuning substantive key test. RISC trigger short key travel is a non-linear trigger. The press seconds trigger the long key travel, and the key value changes uniformly with the press. The vibration of the handle has also been tested, and the downward vibration feeling is very delicate. There is no unnecessary noise overall. The official delay data given by the joystick is 5 to 8 milliseconds. By default, there is a central point to death and there is no physical death. The outer ring adopts a circular tuning scheme. The error rate is only 0.1%. In addition to being able to change the joystick to die, the outer ring track of the joystick is also added, and the tracks are square, octagonal, and octagonal. Test the center point of the joystick after turning on the no dead zone. It is very silky to be able to achieve true dead zones. If the stationary return is turned on the game day, then place the joystick for a while. Will be automatically relocated. The return rate of remote sensing is limited and 2.4G. Can reach around 1000 Hz. Average resolution reaches 1000 levels. There are 8 bits in Beitong Game Hall, 9-bit, 10-bit, 11-bit, 12-bit, etc. 6 gears are available. This wave of remote sensing quality is indeed possible. What I didn't expect the most was that. Now Beitong has its own app, Beitong Game Hall, quite decent. The regular functions must have Beitong that others don't have. There is also a joystick setting that allows you to customize the joystick curve. In addition to modifying, the shape of the circle is changed. The highest sampling rate supports 12 bits to turn on from another mode. Stationary centering somatosensory module. In addition to mapping somatosensory, more refined somatosensory settings are also available, like sensitivity, rocker, dead compensation direction, reversal, and other vibration modules. It can be set to 2 states, fine and vibrate. There are 3 ways to vibrate the moving machine. 1 is to hold it casually. Vibration 1 is the native game vibration, It can also be triggered automatically by moving the machine. For example, set to 50%, then only more than 50% of the time will be triggered in the normal gradual state. But in this mode, the short key becomes a non-linear trigger, so holding it will trigger. But when playing games, the micro-movement button has vibration, which sometimes affects the accuracy. It would be perfect if you could add a short key to turn off the vibration. In addition to the above, there are many very practical small functions. For example, automatic detection and upgrade of handle and contactor firmware. Handle self-test allows you to quickly see your parameter settings on the handle. And of course, the AI voice feature said it was a handle, can understand your instructions, and you can change whatever you say. For example, if you change the light to a red handle, the light will automatically change. My machine is an internal beta, and this function has not been perfected yet. It's a pity, so I can't flash it. Finally, a simple disassembly of the internal structure of the machine is still very engineering. The connection of Walmart motor and class motor to the motherboard. The socket scheme is adopted. The capacity of the first generation battery is only about 600 mAh, which is a bit insufficient. At this point, it has been upgraded to 800 mAh. Fortunately, there is nothing superfluous about the controller for regular RGB games. The battery life should be 8 to 12 hours with the action key. The use of Kai slide micro-movement above the micro-movement button. There are also thread holders and silicone pads for added feel. 10. The word key is a tactile switch, and the structure is suspended above. It is full of openness, and even a little overflowing. The shoulder and back buttons also use the tactile switch scheme. The buttons are very intimate. Silicone pads are added to enhance the feel. Single. The key travel of the length is Hall short. The key travel is a microwave. As for this joystick, this structure is very different from before. It also uses the Zero created by Tongzi last year. The contact anti-wear structure is very ingenious. Remove the external damping ring to see its rocker cover. There is also a small cover inside. Remove the rocker cover. A groove can be seen added to the structure. Make the thread through this groove and that little cover. In addition, the joystick is very fully lubricated, and it is quite silky to shake. In addition, this damping stick is still connected to the motherboard through a cable. This means that if the joystick is accidentally fastened, changing accessories can continue to be wrong. Should I say that there are indeed two brushes, not a simple stack of materials. A lot of details have been added to the button and joystick structure. You look at the waiting gear, it's better to wait for something good. A year later, the new generation, Kunping 20 is absolutely white, without squeezing high. It can be said that the price of 199 yuan is full of sincerity to give adjustable damping. Rocker, double-cut trigger vibrating 800 mAh battery, coupled with the blessing of Beitong software buff. At this price point, the Kunping 20 is still a very good choice.